kept away from doing any kind of post lately because it's just not good for my mental health. And then you see something like what took place with the hockey team between the U.S. and Canada. I've never been more heartbroken in my life for this country. I'm a man of faith. I love my country. I almost kind of say it's more than I love myself, because it's the land of opportunity. And we're all riled up as if when the USA hockey team started slamming guys and violence broke out, somehow that was patriotic. So it's patriotic to knock on your best friend's door, call him all sorts of names, tell him you're going to wreak havoc in his life, force him to become part of your family, even though they may or may not want to, which we all know they don't because they're proud Canadians. And we cheer on the violence. I have no clue where we're at. It feels like that we are lost in some hateful spiral. And my faith tells me the person that's in the White House who's tearing this country apart, and if you don't think he's tearing this country apart, then the only thing I wrap my head around is that you love the fact that he's violent, and you love the fact that he hates half the country. It's more like 60% of the country. And every day we're finding out that it's just the billionaire class that's going to come out of this unscathed. The middle class, me, we're all doomed. The media's got us hating one another to such a degree that our best friends on the northern border, who has fought side by side in every war, who is our best trading partner, who spends tons of money in the United States so they like to visit us, and now they're considered the enemy. And we cheer that behavior. I'm so disgusted. My faith tells me that we're headed in some dark direction. And I don't know what for. I've lost so much. And it's affected my health. My health is as bad as it's ever been in the history of my life. In fact, my level may end up killing me. I guess that's just the world we live in. But what makes us think that it's godly or compassionate or merciful to attack everybody else in the world except for Putin, who bombs children, who hits power installations in the middle of winter so we can freeze out people who want to be free, who kills his own people, who talks up against him. He has been the enemy of decency. He is true communist. And we are telling the rest of the world, our allies that have fought shoulder to shoulder with us with evil against Hitler. We are living in America. We are headed for a Hitler-style America. And we're all sitting here in a strange sense of moral high ground, when in reality, we are worse than we've ever been when it comes to hate, distrust, disliking our neighbor, turning against our family. All for a guy that got in there, hired the world's richest man to fire people out of their jobs that were there for purposeful reasons. It is the billionaire tax reliefs that we are struggling with here. And I don't understand. I've been a Republican my whole life. I was. Now I'm just so sick to my stomach of what they become. And it's like we've left God, we've left Christ, we left decency, we left morality, we left patriotism. We've left it all for hate and division. And there's no good outcome here, America. He is going to take us down a path to war, even though he says he'll get us out of wars. Is it okay if he takes us to war against our greatest allies, threatens them with, I believe, eventually annihilation if they don't capitulate? and some of us will actually cheer on that behavior. What has gone wrong in the human soul? What has gone wrong in the American soul? Has Nazi Germany had sleepers here for so long that little by little they whispered in the ears of the worst of us to where we are okay with attacking our neighbors? Watching that hockey game was devastating. It turned violent for a country that is protecting its sovereignty, that is protecting and really almost blindly saying, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? We are your closest allies. We are your friends. And now we're all hating them and thinking that somehow that Donald Trump has a right to threaten our greatest allies for dollars that me and you as a middle class will never see. Have you not noticed all prices are skyrocketing? The only people that can afford a good life in America is the wealthy class. And he is going to keep it that way. He's having farmers lose their land and their farms because he took away subsidies. There are Meals on Wheels across the country that will not be fed. An elderly person who's on a budget at best, the worst case scenario, $1,200 a month through your government after you worked your whole damn life for the government. For kids who can't afford school lunch because they're in rural America, and rural America has been hammered by greed and corporate overreach and overtake, and then we're cheering on the biggest corporate prick in the world. What is morally gone wrong with us, America? Where did we get so broken? Where do we leave God and Christ so far in the rearview mirror that we are allowing America to become no longer the shining beacon on the hill, but the country that causes terror and sadness and anxiety, that we may take our mighty army and destroy you, but then bring Putin into the White House and try to get closer with relations with the world's biggest killer? There's times I wonder, is it worth losing everything for me? That's why I'm struggling with my health. Man, if I make another year, I'll be lucky. Because my love of country, my love of family is tearing my heart apart and causing me maybe the loss of my life. And I can't stop myself. I'm a compassionate, merciful, God-loving, Christ-believing, Christ-like living human. And there's so many of us that have left that behind. And we've left that behind for a man who enjoys calling other people names, who enjoys threatening other people. His justice system will go after people that are innocent. We are systematically doing things just like 1938 and 1939. And I'm telling you, I could not pass on and stand before God and allow that to happen without raising my voice. We have lost our compassion, we've lost our decency, we've lost our mercy, and we're no longer a great America. We're an American driven by hate, and we will be taken over by greed, and corporate America will crush us all while we hate one another. That is so devastating to me as an American. So stop cheering the hating of our greatest allies. And if you cheer hating your greatest allies, then you, my friend, my family, the people I admire, you're the worst of us. How many people died on foreign beachheads to fight against what you are becoming? The greatest generation that ever lived would look back here and weep. I love this country, man. I'm heartbroken. Just hope I can stay alive long enough to be part of it. All right, peace.